creaky roller must be worth it. I ain't just gonna end this with my personal anecdote. Chapter 1. The theory that my messy room ain't my fault. Just having it in my hands made me feel this weird attachment. But before the main topic, your room is full of trash. Humans are just wired to feel the pain of losing something. I've got to throw my junk in the trash, it's confirmed. I'm that guy who can't throw shit away because of this brain-dead bug in the human brain called the Endowment Effect. I'm gonna talk about it today. You degenerates listening to this toilet graffiti of a stream this late at night really got too much time on your hands, huh? You're probably just staring at the ceiling in bed, scrolling through your phones, or hiding in the toilet escaping reality. Or maybe you're half listening during work or class, completely brain dead by now. I get it. I'm exactly the same. But hey, I'm gonna fill your pathetic moratorium time with my talk today, so you better be grateful. Just say thanks up in your heads. Alright, let's get into it. But before the main topic, I'll give you a quick rundown of today's structure. We're going with 3 themes today. Chapter 1. The theory that my messy room ain't my fault. Chapter 2. Loss aversion and the mechanics of becoming a hoarder. And Chapter 3. Throw that shit out right now. The absolute unit of objective thinking. I'm gonna go through these 3 in order. I'm sticking to the index, so even you lurking normies better listen up so you don't get lost. This is gonna be on the test. First up, Chapter 1. The theory that my messy room ain't my fault. You lads any good at cleaning your rooms? I'm an absolute brain-dead failure at it. Honestly, it was so messy you couldn't even find a place to step. Last night I suddenly got the urge to organize my closet at midnight, and that was the beginning of hell. From way in the back, I found this mysterious roller I bought at some sketchy discount store 5 years ago. What was it called? Something fake as hell, like the absolute 6-pack maker. It was covered in dust, and the sponge on the handles was all dry and crumbling apart. The metal parts were a bit rusty, and it made this nasty creaking sound when you rolled it. Plus, it came with the bonus feature of smelling slightly like mold. Objectively speaking, it's just non-combustible garbage, right? But man, I just couldn't throw it away. Why couldn't I toss it? Did you guys just say it's because I'm a cheapskate? Press X to doubt. That comment just proved you're uneducated as hell. That ain't it. The moment I hesitated to throw it out for some reason, just having it in my hands made me feel this weird attachment to it. My brain started making excuses like, wait a minute, I might want to get shredded again someday. It's still barely usable. This is 100% a bug in the human brain. Why, fuck! Why was I treating this piece of junk like a treasure? Even I don't get it. This is exactly why op is a total failure. But hey, you degenerates know exactly what I'm talking about, right? Those pilled up clothes you never wear, or those certification prep books you left rotting because you might read them someday. You just let them take up space in your closet because they're still usable, don't you? Same goes for the toys left at your parents' house. Actually, this ain't because your willpower is weak. It's an error in your brain. Don't worry. It ain't your fault. Everyone in the world is living with this buggy software. Alright, now that we've established the current situation, next up, Chapter 2, Loss Aversion and the Mechanics of Becoming a Hoarder. This is where the real shit begins. Let's dig deep into the mechanics of why we get so obsessed with this junk. I ain't just gonna end this with my personal anecdote. Separate facts from feelings, lads. According to my research, you know those cringe sellers you always see on net auctions or flea market apps. The ones listing a beat-up pair of sneakers worth maybe 1,000 yen for 3,000 yen, and it just sits there unsold forever. When someone comments asking for a discount, they're like, it has sentimental value, so no. This is exactly that phenomenon where the shit you own looks like it's worth 3 times more than when you don't own it. By the way, apparently this was proposed by some GigaChad scholar named Thaler in 1980, and it's called the Endowment Effect. An authoritative scholar said it, so it's legit, right? You're probably thinking, why the hell do we inflate the price by 3 times? The important part is right here. It's because of a mechanism called loss aversion in prospect theory. Stripping away the big words, humans are just wired to feel the pain of losing something way more intensely than the joy of gaining something. The shock of dropping 1,000 yen from your wallet is way bigger than the joy of finding 1,000 yen on the street, right? You'd be dragging that shit around all day. It's the same thing. Your brain subconsciously judges the act of letting go of what you currently own as a loss. It's an extreme fear of losing out. So to ease that pain, your brain just artificially pumps up the value in your head, thinking, this creaky ebb roller must be worth yen. The longer you own it, the more your past experiences and weird attachments get tied to it. And this buggy effect just keeps getting stronger. Human beings are really built so conveniently. Oh, some of you are picking your noses right now, thinking, this doesn't apply to me. That's just your headcanon, isn't it? If you leave this unchecked, you're seriously screwed. You start hating to let go of anything and end up hoarding worthless shit. Any of you ever used a product during a free trial, felt it was a waste to return it, and ended up buying it? That's the endowment effect, right there. Before you know it, your room is full of trash. This is straight up the gateway to becoming a hoarder. You're gonna suffer a 28-3 level defeat in life that you can't come back from. Scared? You should be. Leave your feelings at the door and listen. This is reality. So, how the hell do we escape this curse? We're moving on to chapter 3. Throw that shit out right now. The absolute unit of objective thinking. Let's cut to the chase. It's objective thinking. You gotta completely wipe the premise that you own it out of your head for a second. It's a thought experiment where you imagine, if I didn't own this, and it belonged to some complete stranger, how much would I pay for it? Let's give it a try. This dusty, squeaky ab roller is sitting right in front of me. I'm gonna imagine it ain't mine, but something a sweaty middle-aged stranger left sitting around for 5 years. Let's say I found it in the junk section of a secondhand shop. Now, how much would I buy it for? Yikes. I wouldn't want it even if it was free. It's at the level where I wouldn't bring it into my room even if you paid me. What the fuck? Thinking about it that way, it just looks like literal trash. Laughing my ass off. I'm doing such a massive flip-flop, my shoulder's gonna pop out of its socket. Objective thinking, Chad is truly a god. The moment you rip off that filter of attachment, the worthless true form of the object reveals itself. Sure, there are exceptions, but you gotta look at the big picture here. Pro tip for you. Make it a habit to think of all your possessions as liquid asset. What's bigger? The benefit of selling this junk for even 100 yen, or the downside of constantly wasting space in your room? It's obvious, right? When you're making a trade, you gotta check the objective market price first, and use that as your baseline. That's what you call a benchmark. Throwing away your attachments is the ultimate luxury. So you degenerates, get up right now and go grab a trash bag. Those random empty boxes in your room, that massive stash of paper bags you kept thinking you'll use them someday, that mysterious bundle of cable, they're just liabilities. Clueless people who don't know this are just gonna spend their whole lives surrounded by trash and getting exploited. Separate facts from feelings. Junk is junk. By the way, if you listened to my talk today and immediately shoved your junk into a trash bag, your room's luck is absolutely gonna go up. Source, just trust me, bro. This thread is dead? Is this topic a dead game? Before someone says that, move your own ass and clean your room. Alright, I've said everything I had to say. I'll pray your rooms become at least a little bit less of a dump. That's it for today. I got an early morning tomorrow, so I'm going to sleep. Next time, I'll explain Pareto optimality. Alright, thread dismissed. Rest in peace.